Welcome back. It's been nearly 3 years since Legacy Health opened up about the possibility of a merger. In 2022, Legacy was looking for a way to revive itself from rising costs during another COVID-19 surge. Didn't take long for crosstown competitor OHSU to sign off on a non-binding letter of intent to buy Legacy. That turned into a signed agreement last year. But what do conditions for that merger look like now? In this week's issue of Willamette Week, they dug into hundreds of documents related to that deal and talked to healthcare experts and OHSU insiders, finding the picture looks a bit different than it did 3 years ago. To break it all down for us, we're joined by Willamette Week reporter Anthony Effinger. And Anthony, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
The merger started brewing back in 2022. 2.5 years later, conditions surrounding that merger, are they changing at all? If yes, how so?
Yeah, I think a lot has changed. You have new leadership in both organizations. OHSU has an interim leader after ousting their permanent leader, Dr. Danny Jacobs. The only person in the, one of the top slots who's still around is the chairman of Legacy, Will Hoyt. Otherwise, it's pretty much a new team that inherited this deal.
Your article outlines some of the reasons why the merger may not be as beneficial for Oregonians as first advertised. OHSU still defending the merger as necessary. What are the arguments on both sides of this?
Yeah, I think OHSU's argument is that if Legacy doesn't get purchased by OHSU, it's going to be purchased by a private equity firm that's going to come in and pick it apart. And that's sort of what the two of them are saying. And they're saying, if it gets purchased by OHSU, it's going to stay homegrown, and and their aims are to provide good patient health, not to make money the way a private equity firm would. The argument against is that these two hospital systems are very close together, and they control a big part of the market. And they could have something like monopoly, pricing power if this deal goes through. So that's kind of the two, that's the two big ones.
Who has the power to approve or deny this merger, and what's next in this process?
Yeah, that's a great question. It took me weeks of calling around to actually figure out who has the final say. We have this thing in the Oregon Health Authority called HCMO, Healthcare Market Oversight, and it was set up in 2022 just for this purpose, to evaluate these kind of deals, right? And that's a great thing. The question is, who at HCMO has the final say there? And it turns out that it's the head of OHA, where HCMO is housed, but it's not clear from the statute. So that's going to be the head of OHA, and then the other person is the AG at the Department of Justice. Those two organizations are reviewing this.
Yeah, I know you'll stay on top of it. Anthony Effinger, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Always appreciate you. You can read the entire article in the latest edition of Willamette Week on newsstands now or online at wweek.com.
Weather when